I'm here with my mom, everybody. Yep. So, who are you?
Violet Cross.
Yes, my mom is the name of a color, right? This is my actual mom. This is the one that you all saw dancing, dropping down on her knees, doing things that you wouldn't expect from somebody her age, but she taught me a lot of what I know. It is Mother's Day now, and so you've only done 2 videos with me so far.
Correct.
Right? So it is only right that I bring you on now to talk to you so people can get a chance to know you and maybe some embarrassing things about me.
The greatest challenge was to make sure you focus and stop playing so much in school and do your work.
Okay.
Okay? The greatest blessing was to watch you sleep and have a smile on your face.
Okay. Okay. That was like, what, when I was a baby, a toddler?
Yeah. You would always go to sleep and smile.
Yes.
And then the next greatest blessing was to see your child get married and then have grandchildren.
Yeah, so let me break this down, right? So she said the greatest challenge, right? So the greatest challenge was me playing around and all that stuff in school. That went through my entire school career.
Yep.
Right? The greatest joy, I want you to understand this now. She said the greatest joy was when I was sleeping, right? With a smile on my face. So the greatest joy is when I was a baby. That's before I started school. And then the second joy is when I was grown and done. Like I was done with all that. So the beginning and the end, when I had grandkids, it was the payback. All the time in between was the struggle. So that is real. Now,
no, that's not.
That's true. Come on now, y'all know.
Well, really what I did, I sat down, especially when you guys got in high school.
Yes.
With both my sons, and I sat down and told them about what a woman's body goes through. My husband sat there with me, and we just went through the different changes in life for women.
Right.
And then for men.
Yeah.
You know, because women want to be loved and knowing that they're being protected and taken care of. And men, a lot of times, want to know that they've been respected. So it took my husband and I both to kind of instill that in them.
They had the tag team.
Right,
yes,
right. And
yes.
so sometimes I would take my son out for a date so he knew how to open the door and treat a woman, stuff like that. And
right.
So, and then my husband would take him out and they talk. So it really was a really unified effort for them to be the best they can. And we always put God first.
Right. They put God first, and they also wouldn't let me have girls in the house when they weren't there. Right?
Yes.
They also I couldn't be out, like I did have a certain curfew.
Yes.
Right? And so there was a certain way that they taught me to move.
Yes.
and to they didn't just let me freely do whatever I wanted to. Did I ever sneak anybody in the house? I mean, she's on camera. I'm grown now. I don't have to be afraid. I did once, right? But the funny thing is, like, what you all taught me, it's like the one time I did sneak girls into the house.
Oh my gosh.
Right? There was nothing we did. I was just so, like, I don't know if you all can relate to the fear of doing what you're not supposed to do, but it's like, when you finally do it, you're too afraid to do anything else. So all I could do is I'm like, they're actually in the house. And we didn't do nothing. Like, cause it was like a girl that I was interested in and her friend, cause she was like, well, I don't want to come along. So she brought a friend, and literally we like talked and joked around, and I kept going to the window over and over. I was checking my watch. I knew the time they came home. I knew the window of time. My heart was beating so fast, they may have stayed 30 minutes.
Oh,
they
my
left,
gosh.
Never did it again. And it's like, they came maybe like an hour and a half later, but I was so scared that I didn't even want to let it last until the time that they would usually come home. Because knowing my mom, my mom is one of those intuitive, she'll say God blessed her with this, but it's like she's one of those ones that she's still around when she leaves, right? She could sense things about me, and
that's true.
It's
that's
like
true.
if I did anything weird or off, for some reason she's around the corner. Like back when they didn't allow this stuff, right? I was trying to twist my hair up on the bus, trying to try out a new style, and normally I would just get off the bus and go home. So my plan is I'm just trying this style out of school, then I'll go home and take this stuff out. Listen, my mom is like, surprise, I wanted to meet you at the bus stop and drive you home. She had never done that before. So it's like, that's the kind of mom I have. Like, this is the kind of mom that on the day I get suspended, she's the one that comes to pick me up, right? It's like what, if I ever got into anything, the person that calls first or is there first is her. Innocently, hey, I just came and got you some ice cream.
That's right.
And she'll catch me in the act. So, yes. Yeah, this is, she will be the one to call and be like, the Lord put it on my heart. The Lord drop something in my spirit. She's that one. And it's not fair. One thing about her, and this is something that I respect, is like, if there is something that happens, she will feel the way she feels in the moment, and then she will move past it. So like, she's not one to hold a grudge about anything.
No.
But you gonna feel it in the moment though. If I did something wrong, if I did what I was not supposed to do, which happened many times.
Quit.
We could talk
it.
about the grades I made in school, right? To have teachers as parents and make the grades I made, you know there were times I tested them, right? So I respect you as a mother. You endured the testings. And so she could be upset in the moment, but then it's like all good the next day. I can't tell y'all how many concerts, how many shows I did that my mom would come, and when she would come, the equipment would be horrible. Things would not be working. So it's like there were so many great shows and performances in between, but she was there for the good stuff and the bad stuff. Right? But it would be hilarious that I would bring my mom every time the equipment was horrible, so she could finally see her son, and I'd be on stage screaming my lungs out over music that was too loud.
Yep.
And I'd be like, I wouldn't even ask her what she thought, because I already knew. But she always supported the whole journey. It's just
but you got it got better.
Yes.
Better and better. So
yes, especially when I got out the house.
No.
Right? It got better. Listen, that's when she slept with a smile on her face. Yeah. Show my mom some love for actually doing another video with me.
Thank you guys.
And the dance, if you all have not seen the dance, the link is right here, because we talked about wanting to do a dance together. Really, she was the one to ask me.
That's true.
Right?
That's
Even
true.
though I learned stuff from her, she did originally ask me, like, when are we, is mother and son gonna get a chance to dance together?
Yes.
And then Mother's Day was the perfect time, so we finally did it. We finally did it.
Yes.
And so yeah. So go watch that, and happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Happy Mother's Day.